A climate threat is now adding pressure to one of Asia's most important food supplies, rice, a combination of strengthening El Nino weather pattern, weaker rainfall and even higher farming costs that are linked to the war in West Asia that is putting rice production across Asia at risk. Farmers from Vietnam to the Philippines are struggling with dry fields, expensive fuel and rising fertilizer costs, thereby raising concerns that lower harvests could eventually push food prices higher across the region. El Nino is a natural climate pattern that warms parts of the Pacific Ocean and changes global weather. In Asia, it often means weaker monsoon rains and longer dry spells, exactly when rice crops need large amounts of water. This year, the impact is being felt across major rice-growing regions, which include India, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia and the Philippines. India, which is the world's largest rice grower and exporter, has seen monsoon rainfall running about 1/6 below normal levels, raising concerns during the crucial planting season. But the weather problem is only 1% of the crisis, with farmers also facing higher production costs because of disruptions linked to war in Iran and the wider Gulf conflict. Fuel is needed to run tractors and irrigation pumps, while fertilizer is essential for crop growth. In parts of Asia, farmers are now using less fertilizer, delaying planting, or even reducing production because they cannot afford the higher costs. The pressure is already showing up in rice markets. Thailand's benchmark rice prices recently climbed to an 18-month high. Rice futures traded in Chicago up around 40% this year as traders worry about tighter supplies. United States Department of Agriculture has also projected that global rice production could decline for the very first time in 11 years. Vietnam farmers are also among those feeling the pressure. Some rice fields have suffered through months of drought, with farmers saying there is not enough water for crops to grow properly. In the Philippines, some growers have delayed planting because of water shortages, while others are turning to methods that use less water because irrigation costs have increased. For consumers, the concern is simple, which is lower production could mean higher rice prices. Governments across Asia are now watching rainfall, harvest forecasts and food reserves closely. While existing stockpiles may provide some protection in the short term, a prolonged El Nino effect could increase pressure on the world's most important staple food crop. This is no longer just a weather story, it is becoming a food security issue for millions across Asia.